Hello, and my name is Ashley Wink. I am currently taking MGT 440 Project Management with Professor Jeremy Doyle. This assignment is called Project Management Training and is due on 6/20/2021. I will be discussing some learning points about project closeout, international/cross-cultural challenges, and agile project management, along with some PMI certifications. Beginning with a project closeout, it is the process of ending a project. There are three parts of any project closure, including wrapping up the project audit, evaluation of performance and management of the project. Wrapping up the project is obvious in that it is the phase that the final tasks are being conducted of the project to pass the finished product onto the customer. Project audit is a post-project review on how successful the project was and is much more detailed than the in-process project audits. Evaluation of performance and management of the project includes team, individual, and project manager evaluations on their performance throughout the project. There are many different types of project closeouts, including normal, premature, perpetual, failed project, and change priority. The final two types on this slide are self-explanatory, with a failed project that it does not work out, and a change priority closeout is when the priorities of the organization or customer changes. Normal is also self-explanatory to a point, but it is most common type of closeout that has a finished product released to the customer. A premature closeout is when the project is completed early with some parts possibly eliminated from the project. A most likely scenario for this would be when the project manager or upper management want the product to go to market now and it just must be finished. Lastly, a perpetual closeout is a type of project that never seems to end, and they have constant add-ons. The challenges associated with project closeouts are minimal, but do include getting the participants to wrap up the odds and ends to have the final finished product, keeping the team focused and motivated to finish, and then having upset team members about the project being over. Some solutions to these challenges include group incentives to finish, and keeping an upbeat, motivating attitude with everyone involved with the odds and ends finishing tasks. Another solution would be to have a celebration to close out the project so everyone knows it was a success and the project is over. There are many opportunities for growth in project closeouts. During the final phase of the project, you will receive a performance evaluation for individual and group work throughout the project. There will be room for improvement as no one is perfect. We're all human and make mistakes. So learning from your evaluation and taking it to heart to work on your mistakes will make you a better team member and overall worker. The scenario for project closeout is as follows. We are in the final week of the project. Things have been going so well. The project is on time and has even utilized a few slack times throughout the life of the project. All we must do is transfer care to the customer after finishing one minor detail. The team member in charge of this just will not work on it and finish it due to not wanting the project to be over. What would you do to fix this? When working with people from different countries on a project, there are many things that need to be considered, including building trust in the team, importance of culture, dealing with the language barrier, managing time differences, tracking the work, and cross-border finances. It is important to build trust in your team because it should be more than just simply handing off tasks to people you have never seen before. The whole point of being on a team is to be a team. There should be a huge focus on culture and language barrier because both can cause confusion and lack of successful work. Cultures are different and we all have different norms, and we should take time to explain the norms of the group and the expectations. Keep in mind different countries have different time zones, and with that comes the difficulty of scheduling meetings. Another problem is that not all people have the same software, so having the same program can help being able to see everyone's work and not having a stalled moment. Lastly, cross-border finances can be confusing as well due to having different currencies. With working internationally and cross-culturally, there comes some challenges that need solutions. The main challenge is the language barrier and cultural differences. The best way to combat cultural differences is to have a group understanding of the group norms, if they may not be everyone's cultural norms in the country. The best way to deal with language barrier is to use more written communication, speak more slowly, and do not speak over each other on calls. Another challenge with international project management is having different financial currencies. The best way to deal with different financial currencies is to use a software program that automatically shows it in their own country's currency so everyone will see what they understand and it transfers over to be the same for everyone and brings less confusion. Lastly, being a good team could be a challenge because getting to know your team can be difficult due to the language barrier. To best deal with this, follow the above language barrier solutions. There is a major individual opportunity for growth with regards to having to research other cultures that you may be working with to understand how everyone else functions best and what their norms are and what they are used to. Knowing other cultures may lead to better relationships with other individuals. On top of the individual growth, there can also be group growth, in fact, that the company has now made positive relationships with others for future use. The scenario for cross-cultural challenges is as follows. It is the initial stage of creating that project for AT&T. The company based out of New York will be working with teams in Asia and Australia. The teams start out and have a major conflict including their cultures. How do you smooth out the differences between the teams without offending them worse? Agile project management is completed in incremental, iterative cycles. There's less planning upfront for agile project management. Agile project management is used when there's more unpredictable or uncertainty in the project. This type of project management is based on requirements put in the product backlog. Each iterative cycle is planned for one at a time, and this type of project management allows changing to the scope and deliverables of the project throughout the life cycle of the project. Traditional project management is very different from agile project management. Traditional project management is very plan-oriented, while agile project management is not. Agile project management is more flexible and willing to change scope or deliverables. Agile is chunked down into cycles, where traditional is planning for the entire project. The traditional project management also has a WBS, work breakdown schedule and cost budget, as well as a scope of the project. Here is a photograph showing the visual difference between agile and traditional project management. There are some challenges to using agile project management, including it is hard to apply to larger projects. It does not satisfy budget and planning for most top management, and not all customers want to be actively involved in their project. Most of these challenges do have helpful tips or solutions to help fix these issues. Many of these issues lead to using traditional project management, which results in over budget and over schedule projects. And in turn, this can lead to poor looking or bad reputation for project managers due to organizations issues. A solution for difficulty applying to larger projects could be to create a hub structure with overlapping roles and responsibilities to manage larger projects. Even sometimes the hub structure may not work, you can result to going back to the traditional project management. Having some main important aspects missing in the beginning of the project due to flexibility does not always sit well with upper management or the customer. They may want a deadline or a cost budget. Due to uncertainties, there can be a top dollar amount put up by the customer or an estimate given to the customer but have noticed it may change. Lastly, not all customers want to be actively involved, so you may have to present the prototype to a representative or the customer or the project manager that has the best interest in mind of the customer. There are many opportunities for growth in terms of agile project management or project management altogether. Agile project management came about by individuals not wanting to conform to all of the rules anymore. So a new methodology was created to suit certain projects better. There is a constant research and new technology coming out, so agile project management may be able to fill in its gaps to make it more suitable for upper management, and who knows, maybe there's even a new methodology that'll come out. The scenario for agile project management is as follows. We are midway through our whole project for creating a new software for a new MIT student app. The customer has been actively involved thus far. With 2 cycles left, the customer goes on a vacation and cannot be contacted for the rest of the project, and also forgets to give someone else the responsibility of overlooking their project. What steps would you take? There are many certifications that are beneficial and offered through the PMI Project Management Institute. Some of the main certifications that would be beneficial are PMP Project Management Professional, CAPM Certified Associate in Project Management, PMI RMP, PMI Risk Management Professional, and PMI Project Management Ready. There are also many more certifications offered that can be found at pmi.org/certifications. The PMP Project Management Professional certification validates your competence to perform in the role of a project manager, leading and directing projects and teams. The CAPM Certified Associate in Project Management certification demonstrates your understanding of the fundamental knowledge, terminology, and processes of the effective project management. PMI RMP PMI Risk Management Professional demonstrates knowledge and expertise in the specialized area of assessing and identifying project risks along with plan to mitigate threats and capitalize on opportunities. These are the following 4 resources that I used to inform this presentation.